welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to continue on with my best of 2020 series. Today we're going to talk all about foundations. I have narrowed it down to 10 foundations that I love and use on a regular basis for the year of 2020. Some were launched in 2020, some were not, but just because they weren't launched in 2020, I had to include them in this video. I had to because they are my absolute favorites. I am 41 years old. I'm a medium with like a golden undertone. And up here on the screen is a list of what I look for and what I like in foundations, like my skin concerns and also what I like. I think it's very important for whoever's behind the camera to explain their skin type, their skin concerns, and what foundation finish they like and what coverage they like and all of that. So all of that will be here on the screen and also listed in the description box down below. And as I go through each foundation, I will also list the shade in the description box down below that I wear in the foundations that I speak about in today's video. But before we get into the foundations, I am happy to announce that this video is sponsored in partnership with MAGICLINKS. So you guys have heard me talk about MAGICLINKS. I was raving about them a couple months ago because I'm a small little creator here on this YouTube platform, and MAGICLINKS has done so much for me. And when they reached out to me and wanted me to partnership, I was like, it is a no-brainer. I absolutely love MAGICLINKS. I've always said this, I owe it all to you guys. If it wasn't for you clicking on those links in my description box down below, I wouldn't have any of the opportunities that I've had. So I really, really appreciate the support that you guys show me continually all the time. I even have people reach out to me and say, hey, I'm getting ready to buy this. Do you have a link for it? And I'm like, what? This is crazy. It means so, so much to me. So as a creator, if you are a creator out there and you're looking to try to get a partnership with an affiliate program, let me just say this. I have other affiliate programs that I'm a part of, but I don't use them for many reasons. But MAGICLINKS has done more for me than any of those brands have ever even thought about. They have given me opportunities with Nordstrom's, Pat McGrath, Peter Thomas Roth. They also got me a sponsorship and opportunity with Sephora. Do you think Sephora would ever reach out to a little old creator like me if it wasn't for MAGICLINKS? They are the in-between and they really take care of their creators. And being a small creator, it's hard to get any recognition out there in the YouTube world and the YouTube algorithm. And that extra income, when you guys click on those links, that extra income helps me tremendously to buy the products that I can review and try them before you guys will spend your hard-earned money to buy them. I'm just extremely grateful to you guys for clicking on the links and to MAGICLINKS for all that they have done for me. So if you're a creator and you're looking to join an affiliate program, I will leave a link in my description box down below. You can go ahead and apply for it. It's so easy to use. Some of those other affiliate programs are so hard to search for the products. It just absolutely drives me insane. MAGICLINKS is extremely easy to use. So let's just say that I wanted to buy my Charlotte Tilbury powder. All you do is find the website that you're looking for, whether it's Charlotte Tilbury's website, Sephora, wherever you can find this, wherever you buy it. You copy that link from the website. You go in, log into your MAGICLINKS, click create link, and voila, there's your link. It's so simple and so easy. It's like it takes literally no time. And some of the others I have to search and search and search, and I just don't like to search that much. I mean, sometimes when I'm editing at night, it's late at night and I want to get the description box done. I don't want to have to search through all of these stupid websites to try to find, what bottle I'm looking for or what specific product. MAGICLINKS makes it very easy because you take the link from the website that you're looking at, take it over to your account, and create the link. It's very, very simple. So I highly recommend MAGICLINKS, and I cannot say enough great things about them. I will leave a link in the description box down below where you can just go ahead and click that link and apply for your own MAGICLINKS account. But the income is so helpful for, having a YouTube platform and a social media platform in general. So thank you again, MAGICLINKS, for sponsoring this video. Thank you guys for clicking those links and getting me these opportunities, because it all boils down to you guys clicking on the links and supporting the creators that you support. So we couldn't do any of it without you. So I owe it all to you guys. Let's go ahead and jump into the foundations. None of these are in any specific order because you guys, I don't know that I could put them in order because I love them all for different reasons. So I'm just going to grab and talk basically. First one I want to talk about is the McGrath Sublime Foundation. Now, when I first got this foundation, I absolutely did not like it. It was separating from, like, especially right here, it would like pull away from my skin and separate. So this was not my favorite when I tried it and tested it. And I tested it for a couple days before I uploaded my video, but I kept kind of working with it because I could tell that it was a very natural, beautiful finish foundation, and it was so skin-like. So I wanted to make it work, and I have finally made it work. The trick with this is to not get too much in certain areas. So if I go in with a sponge, I feel like I get too much in one particular area. My trick is to put an even layer all over the face with a brush, go in with a sponge and kind of push it into the skin, and then lightly dust it with powder, and it looks beautiful. Now, I was struggling to get this to last more than like 5 to 6 hours, but recently I have found that using something like this, I know this is stupidly expensive. I've got another one I'm going to talk about. This is the Sicily primer that everybody talks about. This holds this foundation like locked and loaded. It's so good. But this is like $195. So we're going to put that to the side for a second. This is the MAC Prep and Prime Skin Refine Zone treatment. So this is just, you only need a tiny bit. And any of the places that the foundation will lift from, so for example, like right here around the nose or right here in between the forehead, it is sometimes just in those combination areas. If you put this down first, it won't slip inside throughout the day, and it won't lift and kind of start breaking apart from the skin. This is so skin-like and so beautiful. Absolutely love it. Now, I wear it in the shade number medium 15 in the winter time, and during the summer, I wear it in shade medium 18. Love, love, love these foundations. We're going to move on to my Tom Ford foundation. So I talked about, you guys know I love my Tom Ford Stick Foundation. I have it in 3 colors. I love it so much. I have it in 7.2 Sepia, which is what I'm wearing currently right now on my skin. I have it in 7.5 Shell Beige. This one is a little bit more on the neutral side, and I was using this before I bought the 7.2. The 7.2 is a better match for me. And then during the summer, I will wear 7.7 Honey. The stick foundation from Tom Ford is just gorgeous, and it lasts a really long time. It looks very natural and very skin-like. And, you know, it will start to kind of just give that skin that beautiful, healthy shine, glow from within type of look. Lasts all day. Like, it's just one of my holy grail favorite foundations. Now, yes, I do like to powder this. I like to dust a little tiny bit of powder, especially just maybe in the T-zone area. When I'm filming, I powder all over because I am sitting in front of beauty lights and I will reflect. If I'm wearing it on the days that I'm not filming, I will just powder kind of in the T-zone area and leave the rest. And it just looks so beautiful, so natural, and so skin-like. So I have to talk about the Tom Ford Stick Foundation. Now, you guys know this one was like a jaw dropper for me. I have it in 3 shades. BD51 is definitely my shade in this. This is the new Chanel Le Beige Healthy Glow Foundation. This foundation is stunning. It is absolutely beautiful. It is so healthy and so radiant and so glowy. The thing that I probably love the most about this foundation is that I can build it and build it. So for example, like right now I'm a little bit more textured because I've been picking some of these areas that have got some like deep blackheads that I can't get out. So right now I'm pretty textured. When I get textured and I want to build a lot of coverage, a lot of the foundations that I have, I can't build the coverage because it will get kind of cakey and gross, especially over texture. This foundation, you can build and build and build and build and build, and it never, ever looks cakey. It is like a cakeless foundation. You will never look cakey. And I think this is probably one of the prettiest. I would say the Tom Ford and this one is probably one of the prettiest for those who have like dry, maturing skin. These both look beautiful over wrinkles. Very healthy and radiant and just brings the skin to life. I am obsessed with this new foundation from Chanel. It's definitely my favorite from Chanel. This one does have a scent to it. So it kind of has a perfume scent. So if you don't like scented foundations or whatever, or you're sensitive to scent in your foundations, then you might not want to pick this one up because it is fragranced. It doesn't bother me, but it does bother those who are sensitive. The only thing I don't like about it is the leaky damn pump. All 3 of mine leak. There is no joke. Okay, so I got 3 bottles of them. I'm going to show you. All of them leak. All of them. It's just like a malfunction in the pump, but they all leak and it drives me crazy. So this is always going to be dirty, but the foundation is worth it. It's so beautiful that I just overlook it. The next one is this one from Tom Ford. This is the Shade and Illuminate Soft Radiance Foundation. So this is one of those foundations that if you don't have a lot of glow to your skin, if you're somebody that has more dull skin and you're trying to get your skin to give a little bit more of a radiance, this is beautiful. Packaging's beautiful on this, but I would have preferred less, I don't know. I would have preferred less fancier packaging for a cheaper price because I think this is ridiculously priced. But it is a beautiful, beautiful foundation. The Shade and Illuminate is absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful medium coverage and it looks very natural. This does have SPF of 50, which some people who don't like SPF in their foundation, I get it. I have had some flashback with this when I've done some kind of, photography. I don't really use flash photography when I take pictures, so it doesn't really bother me. This is just a great, gorgeous, gorgeous foundation. The other foundation that I love from Tom Ford is this Traceless Soft Matte. It is a soft matte. So I would say if you are combo and oily, this stick foundation just probably won't work for you because it's pretty dewy. But this is a soft matte version of this. So you get all the benefits of it where it looks very beautiful and healthy on the skin and it's radiant, but it's a soft matte version of it. If you're dry skin, this would still work for you. If you prime really well with a nice hydrating primer, and you go in with something like this, I don't think you'll be feeling dry and crazy by the end of the night. This is a gorgeous soft matte foundation. One of my favorites in my entire arsenal of foundations. It just looks very radiant, but also has that soft matte where it doesn't give you a lot of shine, but it just looks very natural on the skin. So I had to mention this one. The other one that I'm really loving is the Smashbox Halo Healthy Glow All-in-One Tinted Moisturizer. So I wear this in the shade Medium Tan. Love this tinted moisturizer. Before this, I was using the one from Tarte, which I still kind of go back and forth, but this is great. This actually gives you a great medium coverage, and it feels and looks like a tinted moisturizer, but you get great medium coverage with it. It looks really, really natural on the skin, very, very healthy. I actually need to get it in a lighter shade for the winter because this is my summer shade Medium Tan, so I need to buy it in the shade medium, but it sets down. It doesn't slip and slide all day. This has been one of my favorite tinted moisturizers since I got it. It's a great, great tinted moisturizer. The other one that I love is this one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Foundation. Now, the thing that I will say about this, there are some downsides to this. This is highly pigmented. Highly pigmented. This is like full coverage to the 10th degree. If you put too much of this on, you're going to look ridiculous. It's got so much coverage that it's almost too much coverage, right? So you want to be careful, and one drop of this goes so far. So far. You would probably only want to use about this much all over your face, and that might be too much. I would say half of that. So like this goes forever and ever and ever. Like it goes and goes and goes, and it gives you gorgeous coverage. I mean, gorgeous. The negatives about this is the shades I am noticing are very yellow. No matter what shade you buy, they're very yellow based. So wearing this alone is not my favorite, but what I will tell you, this is my favorite mixer. So for example, if I'm wearing a tinted moisturizer that I love the finish of, but it doesn't have enough coverage, I will take a tiny drop of this and put it in that, and it gives me this gorgeous, gorgeous foundation. Now, I have been recently mixing these two together. So this is the Kosas Tinted Face Oil. So I will give this tinted oil a really, really good shake, and I will put it down into my little pan thing that I have, and I will mix the Charlotte Tilbury into this. Oh, it's so runny though. That's the problem. But this gives you that shine. It's very healthy, very radiant, but it doesn't give you a lot of coverage. But if you mix some of that Charlotte Tilbury into this, it is gorgeous. So pretty. The Charlotte Tilbury foundation is amazing as a mixer. And, you know, I love mixing foundations. Mixing foundations is one of my favorite things to do. But anytime I'm using a foundation that has light coverage, but I love the finish of it, I will always mix just a tiny bit of this in it, and it just looks so, so flawless. And it's the perfect coverage. And, you know, this is great for pictures, though. I will say, you know, don't get too close to that camera because you might look cakey if you get this too thick. This is just not a product you want to apply a lot of. You want to use a tiny, tiny bit of this because a little goes a very, very long way. If you use too much of it, it will look cakey and gross in certain areas on the skin, especially in the T-zone or around like smile lines and stuff. But if you use a tiny bit of it, oh, it's absolutely beautiful, especially if you can find the right shade. So the other foundation I want to talk about is the MER, the Soft Fluid. Now, so many people raved about this foundation, and I bought it in the shade Suede, and I did not like it. I didn't like the way it looked on my skin, and I was like, why does everybody like this foundation? This foundation is so expensive, and it's horrible. Like, I don't like it. I just didn't like the way that it looked on my skin. Well, several months later, this was a couple of months ago, I finally bought this in the shade Honey. I'm obsessed with it. I see why people love this foundation. It looks absolutely beautiful. This is one of those foundations that's very long wearing. I would say these two are the long wearing of the ones that I've talked about. Like, you're going to get the most wear out of these two. This one's a little bit more of a soft matte. This one is a little bit more of like a natural finish. This just looks absolutely skin-like. I mean, just gorgeous. And I've watched a lot of creators in their top 10 foundations ever, and it seems like a lot of people always include this foundation in that list, and I see why. It took me a minute to get there. The shade has to be right for me personally when it comes to this foundation, but I love it. I think it's absolutely stunning. The other and final one I want to talk about is this little bad boy from L'Oreal. This one shocked me. So this is the Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. Now this has SPF of 50. So for those of you that don't like SPF, you're not going to want to use this. I love this little foundation. Every time I wear this, I get compliments on my skin. They're asking me like, what are you wearing? Now this one smells like sunscreen. So if you don't like the scent of sunscreen, you're not gonna like this. But I think this is one of the best at the drugstore. This, in my opinion, based on what I like on foundations and what I wear in foundations and what I look for in foundations, this is the best. The concealer that goes with this is the best concealer on the market from the drugstore. Hands down, period. This gives you a great medium coverage, buildable, but I would say more medium. It's just very natural, very skin-like, very dry skin friendly, and very wrinkle friendly. So for anyone that has maturing skin, you're starting to get more and more wrinkles, I highly recommend the Age Perfect. It is just very beautiful, and this is like an everyday foundation. Some of the foundations that I've mentioned in today's video are very expensive foundations, but if you're somebody that wants to buy a really good expensive foundation and use those for like special occasions or when you're going to work or whatever, but you want something that you can wear around the house or running errands that's a little bit more affordable, this is a great option. option. It looks so beautiful and healthy and radiant on the skin. And I think this is just hands down the best from the drugstore. So that's the list of my favorite foundations of 2020. Sound off down below and let us know what your favorite foundation is, but also include what your skin type is so that we know. Skin type always helps. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in today's video. And thank you again to MAGICLINKS for sponsoring this video. I really appreciate it. I love you all so, so much, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Love you. Bye.